The NPFL finally took place yesterday at the Adokie Amiesimaka Stadium in the Garden City of Port Harcourt after the Pride of Rivers dominated the just concluded season from start to finish. It is on that victorious note for the Pride of Rivers. I welcome you to a fresh edition of iSport on I-FLIER 103.3 FM. We are the first and only edutainment station in Nigeria, and of course, you know this is the perfect choice station for you out there who are the I-FLIERs. I was a sporting weekend. Mine was eventful from the NPFL and of course to the ongoing 12th edition of the Women's African Cup of Nations to pre-season, and not forgetting the summer transfer window. And of course for the fresh edition of iSport on I-FLIER 103.3 FM, the Monday edition of the show this afternoon, we shall take a review of the just concluded season in the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL, to celebrate the winners. Talking about Rivers United, champions of the Nigerian Professional Football League. Kudos to Stanley Eguma's side. And of course, yesterday it was celebration for the good people of Rivers State, for the good people of Port Harcourt, which all started with the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, who was, in the stadium yesterday in that last match for Rivers United against Gombe United, and some promises for the players and of course the technical crew of Rivers United coming from the governor, Nyesom Wike, because the team finally, delivered on their mandate to win the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL, and Rivers United definitely will be on the continent of Africa, talking about the CAF Champions League next season to represent Nigeria alongside Fidelis Elechiku's side, talking about Plateau United. And good one for Remo Stars, who just got promotion last season back to the NPFL. They also picked third spot with that win yesterday. And of course the Sky Blue Boys are marshaled by the Oracle, talking about Benga Ogunbote, picked the solitary ticket to represent Nigeria in the CAF Confederation Cup. But good news also, despite the loss to Kano Pillars, the Sai Masu Gida team, Shooting Stars, Oluyole Warriors 3S also escaped relegation by Whiskers, courtesy of the victory for Wiki Tourist against Katsina United, because results in other venue favored Shooting Stars. And well, we shall take a stock of the season of Shooting Stars and what should be done the next season, so we won't find ourselves in such a situation. It's now confirmed officially, Katsina United, the Sai Masu Gida team, Kano Pillars, after almost 2 decades in the top flight division, Heartland, the Naze Millionaires, and of course the Church Boys, the Olukoya Boys, MFM, are all relegated back to the wilderness of Nigerian League football. Taxes, talking about the Nigerian National League. So we shall take stock and of course post-mortem of the just concluded Nigerian Professional Football League on the show this afternoon. And of course, we anticipate the blockbuster game between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and of course the Atlas Lionesses of Morocco. It is the battle, of the Falcons up against the Lionesses. I don't know who will win at the end of the day, but if you look at the head-to-head, it favors the Super Falcons. But this is a different ball game entirely, playing against the host nation, and of course the fans who will be roaring and trying to push the host nation Morocco all the way in this big one. 9 p.m. Nigerian time is the big one, and of course the good news is Predict and Win. It's also back again on iSport on I-FLIER 103.3 FM. So when the time is right, I shall open the phone lines for you to join the conversation and take your prediction concerning that game between the Super Falcons and of course the Atlas Lionesses of Morocco, because this is a big one. Well, for the two teams, they've gotten that ticket to represent Africa for next year's FIFA Women's World Cup that will be co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand. But taking it one step at a time, taking it further, putting the icing on the cake for them is to get to the grand finale of the 12th edition of the Women's African Cup of Nations. We shall build up to that game on the show this afternoon. And of course, the first game definitely will be, it's a regional derby, the South African derby, the Kosafa derby between South Africa and of course the Copper Queens and Zambia by 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Signed, sealed and delivered for the lab blog runner Lewandowski has been signed by Barcelona. No news again. We shall listen to him, his first presser, because he said says a whole lot about the Love Blaugrana going into next season, that they are ready for action and is ready to push, Barcelona all the way. But Kalidou Koulibaly, no news again. He has, teamed up with Thomas Tuchel's side, and the coach, is having some nice, kind words for that man, Kalidou Koulibaly, this afternoon, saying he's a brilliant defender. He was able to mention some of the qualities that the Chelsea fans should expect from the Senegalese captain, and the word of precision is also buzzing. Arsenal and Chelsea also won their various games. My name is Isaiah Akinremi, the sport prophet. I've reported for duty, ready to satisfy your sporting news this afternoon on the show, and to bring you up to speed of everything you need to know in the world of sport. So welcome to the sport headquarters in Southwest Nigeria. And like I do say, this is the Sports Factory, where we convert sporting raw materials into finished article for your own utility in order to satisfy your sporting want, need, or desire. Of the truth, we are live on Facebook. Just go to www.facebook.com and search for I-FLIER 103.3 FM. I-FLIER 103.3 FM. What are you waiting for? Join the winning team, and of course, join the perfect choice station for you out there who are the I-Flyers. Once again, my name is Isaiah Akinremi. Welcome to our world. Okay, I've got two fantastic gentlemen well seated with me here in the live studio. Let me start with Pelumi Adeosun, who is making a big return on the show. Pelumi, how was your weekend? It's good to see you. I was discussing with you that, thank God, well, we are still in the NPFL. How are you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm okay. And good afternoon to our listeners out there, and happy new week to us all. It's been an eventful week all through, and we thank God for the success of Shooting Stars. It's still something to celebrate.
Still success, right?
Yes, it's still success. It's still something to celebrate now.
All right, it's still success. It's still something to celebrate. And most of us, we are afraid that Shooting Stars might not retain their status in the Nigerian Professional Football League. But we thank God, because Imole Day at last, and Shooting Stars is still in the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL. And Benjamin is putting on the Barcelona jersey, by the way. I don't know, maybe because he's repping. Are you a Barcelona fan to start with?
No, I am not a Barcelona fan.
Okay, because Lewandowski, you are celebrating Lewandowski.
Yeah, I'm celebrating Lewandowski.
Signing for Barcelona.
That is a good one, actually.
Good to see you again. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon, listeners and viewers at home. It's good to be back. And it's good. We are in a celebrating mood. Celebrating Shooting Star. This really calls for celebration.
I don't know if it calls for celebration. It calls for sober reflection.
We are celebrating 16th
for us to take stock.
No, we are celebrating that at least we are here. We are staying at the NPFL.
We are still in the elite division.
Yes, we are still in. Yes.
Okay.
Then we reflect later.
We'll reflect later. We'll celebrate and reflect later. All right, thank you for joining us. That's the voice of Benjamin George this afternoon on iSport on I-FLIER 103.3 FM. Let's get the show on the road right about now. It's been a grueling season. It's been a tough season, but thank God we've seen the end of the Nigerian Professional Football League yesterday. March the 30th, wrapped up the season for us. Let me just run through results of games as at yesterday from March the 30th, Sunday, July 17th, 2022, where Abia Warriors, defeated Lobby Stars by 3 goals to 0. What a way to end the season for Himama Makpakabo. Dakada all of a sudden did the magic and of course escaped relegation. They defeated Sunshine Stars by 3 goals to 0. Rangers International also won against the throne champions Aqua United by 2 goals to 0. I listened to Abdul Maikaba, the coach. He spoke about this was a decent season for the Flying Antelopes, because most of their games were played outside Enugu. Don't forget, they played outside Enugu State, the cool city, and of course they played outside their favorite cathedral, the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. Atland also defeated Kwara United by a goal to 0, but that was not enough to save them from relegation. Remo Stars, what a season for a team that got promoted just like Shooting Stars, and they ended up in 3rd position. Give it to the Oracle, give it to Benga Gumbote. 3 goals to 0. It ended for them against Niger Tornadoes for them to pick that solitary ticket to represent Nigeria in the CAF Confederation Cup. Next season, Rivers United champions. It was just a day to pump the champagne for them, because the champagne has been on ice, and of course they started a party by defeating Gombe United, the Savannah Scorpions, by a goal to 0. MFM just confirmed their poor run of form in the season, because they lost at home So Nasarawa United by 0 goals to 1. Kano Pillars, the side Masuki, that team, plan to spoil the party for Shooting Stars because they won by 2 goals to 1. I saw the highlight of that game. Wiki Tourist 2-0 against Katsina United. It ended in that encounter, which also, had an effect on Shooting Stars staying in the top flight division. And Plateau United also defeated Eyimba, because I would like to ask the guys also the type of season Finidi George had in his maiden, timeout with the People's Elephants. 1 goal to 0 it ended in favor of Fidelis Ilechiku's side. And starting with Pelumi, that was the result of match day 38 of the Nigerian Professional Football League. Of course, Rivers United champions, they just just put that seal on their status as the NPFL champions by defeating visiting Gombe United by 1 goal to 0. And of course, Shooting Stars lost to Kano Pillars, but thank goodness Wiki did the magic for us.
Yes, Wiki did the magic. Like we have been hoping that Shooting Stars would get a result in Kano. That did not happen, but thankfully Wiki Tourists they didn't sell their match for Katsina United.
That's right.
So that's the,
because we've been having these nightmares about the Northern RNG that might happen.
Yes,
but give it to Kabiru Dogo and his side. Yes, professional performance.
They've scored the first goal since the second minute. I think so. Because the Kano Pillars game was like a tough battle
for Shooting Stars.
Yes, I saw the game, like the live stream. It was like a tough
till
battle.
The end.
Yes, Kano Pillars they were playing as if
business.
They still had something to fight
under
for.
The rain.
Yes,
it rained heavily.
Yes, it rained heavily, especially in the first half. Exactly. They were playing like they still had something to really fight for. They scored the first goal. Shooting Stars equalized. Then they had a penalty again in the second half.
Was that a penalty? I had to discuss with the ambassador. I showed him that penalty call. Both of them went for the ball. The defender was behind him.
He was behind him.
And I don't have the manufacturer. Was that the penalty? You are in the best position to answer that.
It's a questionable call. But to me, it's not a penalty. But let me tell you something. Shooting Stars has also benefited from this same scenario before. This type of penalty. Shooting Stars have benefited from it before. Exactly the same thing. Against Plateau United. This is exactly what played out. And Shooting Stars got the late winner. So it's just like if you are playing at home, it's always bound for you to get that type of penalty. I know that type of penalty would not be awarded for an away team.
That's right. It's not possible.
It is not possible. It will not be awarded for an away team. So all in all, it's still we are still glad that the Oli Warriors still retain their status in the NPFL, and we are not singing songs of NNL right now because a whole lot of people they have been devastated by the performance of the team, and the government have invested a lot on this team. A friend of mine used to joke with me that we go use in our fine stadium play and then because it would have been very, very painful to be playing NNL in such stadium. So there's still, like you said, is a time for sober reflection. A whole lot of things needs to be put right in that team, and to be honest, like I've been saying since, the whole coaching crew needs to go.
Okay, I don't know if you agree with. I'm coming back to you, Pelumi. I don't know if you agree with Pelumi that the whole coaching crew should be overhauled. There have been talks, there have been calls for Edith Agoye's and his team, saying they've not been able to give to the people of Ibadan what we expected. Going into this season, a whole lot was expected after what they did in the second tier, the NNL, and we thought this team, with some additions, should be able to contest. How would your soccer fanatics, thought this team could qualify for? Of asking, what do you think should be done going into next season, so we won't find ourselves in such situation? Because 16th position, 38 games played, 48 points with -4 goal difference is not acceptable.
Of course, my own thinking, I believe, right now, there is no room for try and error anymore, because if we look at the investment being invested by the state government, we have seen that they have tried in the aspect of soccer in the states. So there is no time for try and error anymore. If this coaching crew cannot give us what we want, we can't have this kind of capacity, this kind of stadium, and not play in the CAF Champions or this kind of competition. It is what we ought to do, as in what we are looking for. After the time,
can we compete favorable with the established teams right now?
Yes, things. The
Because
government,
of the quality.
yes,
Because of the quality of players.
the quality,
And the quality of the technical crew.
and the quality of the technical crew, or anything else. What I'm really disturbed about is about the investment being made. When you make an investment, you have to see the return, and the return is for us to see our club play at the highest level. If this coaching crew cannot offer us, this issue.
Okay, well, we'll see. But going into next season, Pelumi, before we leave Shooting Stars and celebrate, some top performers from the just concluded season. I know you monitored over 90 or 95% of their games before the call. We shouldn't be at the stadium. You've followed this team right there. You saw their games live. What do you think? Is the flaws of this team? What do you think is missing from this team that panned out last season? That saw the team drop vital points at home, and of course finding it difficult. Winning away from home is like them winning away from home is like the elephant passing through the eye of the needle. But because I was so expectant. A certain Gaffa Olafimion was the overwhelming goal scorer at the end of last season, and it turned out to be the Timu Puki and of course Alexander Mitrovic of the English Championship that will come to the English Premier League and just fizzle well. What do you think was responsible for this abysmal performance? Because I'm not going the line of Benjamin saying we should celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate down here because we would have been mourning this team going back to the end if Wiki Torres was magnanimous enough to Katsina United.
Yes, a whole lot of mistakes were made from the start. They did not start the season very well, and like I said, the whole coaching crew needs to go because I don't think they are tactically sound enough to coach a team in the NPFL. You can't give what you don't have. These guys don't have what it takes to lead a team in the Nigerian Professional Football League. NNL is quite different from the NPFL. If you take this same set of coaches back to the NNL, they will still keep beating other teams blue-black. But coming to the NPFL is a very different game entirely. So it's just like saying the foundation has already scattered. The team their recruitment they made, and them trying to stick with Gaffa Olafimion in the beginning of the season. I don't think he scored any other goals apart from penalties.
The team lacks a stable 11, starting 11. We see different teams.
Yes. Shooting Stars
are different match days.
They have used,
and it seems we have different teams for home matches and different teams for away matches.
Yes, that is still understandable because of the fact that they have to travel long distance to play games, and they expect someone to play on Sunday, then travel again to play on when it's not easy. But at least there should be like a standard 17-18 player or regulars. 20 players max. I heard that Shooting Stars have over 40 players this season. Over 40
players did here now.
Imagine, over 40. Rivers United that won the league, they have just 28.
Can you imagine?
Remo Stars, they have 18 or 19. Mm-hmm. They are standard players. You would always know their 11 that they will play with. At least you will get like 7 or 8 players from them. These players they know themselves very well. Shooting Stars played with 5 goalkeepers this season. 5. That's right. It has never. Charles Tembe, Dede, Laide Okolawon, Udo Ugochukwu.
Different names.
Oh, and this other guy that played for the Flying Eagles as well. So 5 different goalkeepers and different players, set of players that you cannot even. This one will just come from nowhere. Play 2 or 3 games. You will not see him again. Yes, now. So. Until late in the season when they started playing with some regular set of players, Uche Ezeala, Galio Fake, Uko Anete, Lucky, Moses, Omodu Emeke, then Taufik Malomotu was always coming in, Dario Latunji. It was very, very late in the game. And one other mistake that I think Shooting Stars made was that their home games were not being taken really seriously. In the NPFL, you need to do all what it takes.
At home.
You need to do all. That all is they didn't lose any of their home games actually. They didn't lose, not even one. They didn't lose any game.
A lot of draws.
They played, I think, 8 draws at home. 8 draws against Remo Stars, Gombe United, Rangers, Sunshine, Aqua. That's the first game at home.
Yes.
Then Gombe, Gombe United again. Yes. Then Wiki Torres, then Abia Warriors that came 2-2.
That game pay me.
MFM.
Wiki Torres game pay me. If you understand why paper boys.
And MFM scoring in the 94th minute. MFM.
That's right.
8 good draws. And if you calculate those 2 points that they missed, that's like 16 points.
That would have
If you add
pushed them
16
up,
points,
up,
they will be in top
exactly,
4.
Exactly.
If you add
Fighting
16
for the
points to their
continent.
points, they will be in top 4.
That's right.
So imagine you getting 8 draws in your home. It's not a very good performance from them.
Okay, because of time, we still need to take our business straight to Morocco. Deserved for you guys, Rivers United winning. They set the record of 77 points, and of course, a massive, one for their player Chijioke Akuneto, who won the race for the most individual goals, 19. He got in that one. Really massive, from day one till the end. They were the overwhelming favourites.
Yes.
Favourites. They started with Remo, but Remo dropped by the way. But Rivers United consistency. They were consistent throughout. Benjamin.
Yes, very, very. You see, in the MPFL, I cannot totally condemn the progress of the teams because, like we have seen Rivers United beat the points of previous winners.
That's right.
And these are record-breaking history. And so the MPFL just we need to talk to ourselves, because I believe the problem is within ourselves. It is not because of the talents. We don't have problem with the talents. We have these talents. We just need a better management. So far, kudos to Rivers United. They broke the record, and I'm very happy to see them.
Okay, hopefully they will go all the way on the continent. But we'll quickly talk about Akuneto, what a season he had. And of course, I want you to look at, the clean sheet, best goalkeeper. Rivers United goalkeeper Sochima Victor, and of course Kayode Bankole of Remo Stars emerged as the best goalkeepers this season with astonishing 16 saves each.
Yes, I must really give it to Kayode Bankole of Remo Stars. He started the season very well. At the point, Remo Stars were keeping clean sheets. There is outstanding contribution from the goalkeeper. And we have to give it to Theophilus Afelokai. He didn't get to keep so many games as well, but he was still providing moral support. We know what he can do when it comes to the league. He has won 7 league titles, and bringing a player like that to the team would have contributions that he made. So, and good one for Chijioke Akuneto, 19 goals. In fact, good one.
Himself and Ishak
Rafi. At a point, it was Ishak Rafi that was leading.
Exactly.
But he had to drop at a point, and Akuneto was taking the penalties as well. So he really benefited from that.
He scored that penalty yesterday against Gombe United.
He scored 2 against Shooting Stars as well when they played 3-2, I think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right.
So he has made a name for himself like that too, and he remains. If we are going to, we can't tell if he will still remain with Rivers United or he might have gotten better offers out there. But he has made a name for himself. He has written his name in the history books of the NPFL. Like so season, he won the Golden Boot.
Exactly. We've spent much time on the NPFL, rightly so. Because we are taking a review of the Nigerian Professional Football League just concluded season for that one. But quick one, Pelumi, Remo Stars, what can you say? First time of asking, coming back to the NPFL alongside Shooting Stars, and this team finished in 3rd position for the CAF Confederation Cup slot. The input of Shoname, the owner, of course, pumped in money. I think getting Benga Ogumbo, a seasoned, revered coach in the NPFL, the Oracle, he has travelled, far and wide. And of course, I think we should also look at the coach, also Benga Ogumbota, and they got Sikiru Alimi also came back. My very good friend came back, also got some couple of goals for the Sky Blue Boys.
Yes, these are the factors that contributed to the team's success. We know Benga Ogumbota when it comes to Nigerian football. We know what he can do. We know he has all what it takes. He has done it in so many teams, even in Shooting Stars, in Sunshine Stars.
Rangers.
So he's a well seasoned coach. So it's something that we should expect. And they are well motivated the way they play. I watched their game against Shooting Stars. They played wonderfully well. Yes, they played the 1-1 draw. They played very well.
Lot of
they're a very decent team, and I'm happy that they could get the continental slot. We were saying it that day when they were dragging it with Rangers, Kwara United, and all. I said Remo Stars would get.
But I had soft spot for Kwara United. Last season they were close. For the shenanigans that happened with the WPPG that affected them, and they dropped, and they were so close again. They
didn't really work their way to the league. They bought slots now.
They won't buy Doma United slot. I know Doma United slot is up for sale.
Yeah, we don't know. Is a private team.
I'm not really sure.
So if it's a private team, I don't know. Maybe they could still prosecute the league. But their chairman has come out to say that they received an offer, but they told them blatantly that they are not going to sell.
About the price never right.
Exactly what I was telling. Like they have not gotten a good offer. But if it's a state government team, then I don't think it would be wise for the Gombe state government to go ahead with two teams, considering the financial implications. To go ahead with two teams, yes,
but this is not the first time we're having two teams now.
Yeah, but it's not very frequent. I think it's only Aqua United and Dakada.
What of Mayimba and Abia Warriors?
Yes, that one too. But a lot of teams. It happened for this team. I think is it Ocean Boys, where they had to disband the team, and Bayelsa United. So one team had to drop for the other, and they also had Ibom Angels that time as well, the female team. So it was not going to be possible for the government to go ahead with those teams, and we don't even know, it might be happening in Oyo State because Crown FC might get promoted.
All right.
But of all the teams that got promoted, only Shooting Stars were in 16th position.
Exactly.
Niger Tornadoes, I think 12th, Gombe United 7th, Remo Stars 3rd.
So food for thought going into next season for the Oluyole Warriors. We have the opportunity to right the wrong of this season, but quick stats here. A total of 20 goals was scored on the final day of the just concluded season to take the total number of goals scored to 779 in 380 matches in the just concluded season. Most goals scored was by Rivers United, 58 goals. Most goals considered the Church Boys, 51 goals. Rivers United, 24. And only 7 teams maintained a 100% home record this season. That's Rivers United, Plateau United, Kwara United, Nasarawa, Gombe, Shooting Stars, and Abia Warriors. With champions Rivers and Plateau winning 18 of their 19 home matches and drew just 1, while 3SC have the most home draws, 8 in that one. Away record. A total of 30 away wins was recorded this season. I think that's a plus 30 away wins. Only 4 teams failed to win away from home, and that's Sunshine Stars, MFM, Atlan, Katsina United, with Nasarawa winning on the last day of the season against MFM. That's the much you can take from the Nigerian professional football. I think we've done justice. We've spent most of our time discussing the NPFL. But before we go straight to Morocco and take your prediction, I spoke with Benjamin last week about Bassi going to Ajax Amsterdam, and I think it's just a matter of time before we got to the official confirmation of Lisandro Martinez as the latest Red Devil. We learned Bassi, is in Amsterdam, ready to go undergo some medicals ahead of his move to Ajax Amsterdam to join the Eredivisie club. I think that's the exodus, of Nigerian players and Rangers. Balogun gone, right? Aribo gone, and of course the latest is Kevin Bassi.
Yeah, we said it the other time that Bassi going to Ajax would really make sense. We have seen what Ajax has been able to do with players over the years. So going there, we enhance his game, and like we said, he should probably show us what he has in stock for higher leagues. So going there is a plus for the Nigerian team, and for Bassi himself is a plus. So I believe he's going to do great there.
Okay, let's see if I will do great down there. Wish him all the best, even as looks forward to join the Dutch Eredivisie side. Right now, let's switch gears and move straight to the 12th edition of the Women's African Cup of Nations. Is the big one for the last 4 finalists who have all gotten the ticket to represent Africa at next year's Women's African Cup of Nations. But the business right now is for either of these 4 teams to get to the grand finale of the 12th edition of the WAFCON and possibly win it, for the Super Falcons the 10th time, or for any of these teams, Zambia, South Africa, and host nation Morocco for the first time in their history. 6 p.m. is the Kosafa Derby, the South African Derby, but 9 p.m. is the host nation up against 9-time Queens, the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We'll be back after this.
them guys to chop us. We got to give them.
All right, welcome back. Still Live Sports on I-FLIER 103.3 FM. And of course, the big one is 9 p.m. Nigerian time. It is a blockbuster game between host nation Morocco up against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. No doubt, this is a titanic clash between the red tide of home team Morocco and the green brick wall of the mighty Super Falcons of Nigeria. And of course, the Mole Abdallah Sports Complex is set to be an absolute quadrone for the mouth-watering semi-final clash of the 2022 Women's African Cup of Nations. Host country Morocco enters a new territory when it plays its first ever semi-final in just the country's third participation in the tournament. Up against them is the Super Falcons of Nigeria, title holders and of course perennial 9-time winners of the competition, where despite the golf in pedigree and experience, the coach of the Atlas Lionesses, talking about Renaud Pedros, is confident his team can hold its own and of course up for the challenge against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But well, Monday's clash, this evening clash, is a record 12th time Nigeria will be featuring in the semi-finals of the WAFCON, and they have won 9 times, feeling short only 2008 and 2012. The big question right now on the mind of everyone, and of course women football, is can Morocco stop the Super Falcons of Nigeria? Ladies and gentlemen, 9 p.m. Nigerian time is the battle to get to the grand finale of the 12th edition of the Women's African Cup of Nations. It's Morocco up against Nigeria. But before then, 6 p.m. it is the Kosafa Derby, the regional derby between South Africa and the Copper Queens Zambia. Well, let me open the phone lines for our listeners to join the conversation and drop their prediction. Who takes these between Morocco and Nigeria? Don't forget the last predicted winner. We got 3 winners, and I guess they've gotten their prize. But right now, let's open the phone lines for you to join the conversation. And please, we'll be giving it to the first 2 correct prediction on the show this afternoon. The first 2 to get the right prediction will be giving our gift this afternoon on iSports on I-FLIER 103.3 FM, courtesy of the management of your perfect choice station for you out there who are the I-FLIERs. I-FLIER 103.3 FM. Can call the studio lines right now, 09160001033, 09160001033, or you can reach us through 0705 500 1033, 0705 500 1033, or 091 6000 1033. Give us a prediction about that game coming up by 9 p.m. Nigerian time. The Super Falcons up against the Atlas Lionesses of Morocco. Our very first caller is here. Good afternoon to you, sir. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Your name and your location.
My name is Adebayo.
Adebayo. Hello, your name, please. Okay, please call us back, 091 6000 1033, 091 6000 1033, or 0705 500 1033, 0705 500 1033. All right, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. Your name and your location, please.
My name is Abraham from Mokola.
Abraham, welcome. Your prediction, please.
Super Falcons to win by 2 goals to 1.
Super Falcons to win by 2 goals to 1. All right. Can we have the last 3 or 4 digits of your number?
8540.
8540. Thank you so much, Abraham, for joining the conversation. Says the Super Falcons would defeat the host nation by 2 goals to 1. You can also drop a prediction right now before I talk to my guys about that big game this evening. Second caller is here. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. Your name and your location. Your name?
Michael from Mokola.
Your name again, please.
Michael from Mokola.
Michael.
Yes.
All right, Michael, your prediction.
I'm draw.
Huh?
1-1.
1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Yes.
Okay, to go to extra time, penalties.
Yes. Yes.
All right, the last 4 digits of your number. Are you there? Okay, let's take another call. 091 6000 1033, 091 6000 1033, or 0705 500 1033, 0705 500 1033 is the battle between host nation Morocco and, of course, the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Good to have you join us. Good afternoon. Yes, sir. Your name and your location.
My name is Adebayo.
Adebayo.
My name is Adebayo.
Okay, Adebayo. Let's have your prediction, please.
I'm on draw. That's Super Falcons to win.
What type of draw? Goalless? 1-1, 2-2?
Goalless.
Goalless. All right. Can we have the last 4 digits of your number, please?
085
08
56.
52
Yes, 56 56.
53.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
085
All right.
085.
Okay, thank you very much for talking to us. Still iSports on I-FLIER 103.3 FM. Is someone on the line? Good afternoon. Okay, let's see if we can pick 1 or 2 more calls before I discuss with Benjamin and Belumi. 091 6000 1033 091 6000 1033. Hello, welcome to iSports. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Your name?
Good afternoon, Sam. I'm Mr. Bola Mojid.
Mr.
From
Agbola.
Ibadan.
From where in Ibadan, please?
I'm local.
Okay, I'm
Area.
local. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Your prediction?
Yeah, we are going to beat them 3-1.
3-1 in favor of Super Falcons. Okay, the last 3 digits of your number.
You said?
The last 4 digits of your number.
56 3-1.
6631.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
13.
Oh, okay. Just one more call before I leave the phone lines. 091 6000 1033, 091 6000 1033, or 0705 500 1033, 0705 500 1033. All right, someone is trying to reach us. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Your name and your location.
My name is Samuel from Yana Church.
Daniel.
Samuel
from Yano Church. All right. Your prediction, please.
1-1.
1-1.
Super Falcons to win.
Okay. Momo. All right. The last 4 digits of your number.
6904.
Huh?
6904.
6904.
Yes.
All right, let me leave the phone lines for now so I can talk to Pelumi and George on the show this afternoon. It's still iSports on I-FLIER 103. Okay, let me just pick this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Your name, please, and your location.
My name is Thomas from Egbeda.
Thomas.
Yeah.
All right, Thomas from Egbeda, your prediction.
2-1.
In favor of Morocco?
Nigeria 2, Morocco 1.
Okay, last 4 digits of your number.
8261.
8261. All right, thank you very much, Thomas. Hopefully, you won't be doubting Thomas at the end of the day. Thank you very much. Please permit me. Let me leave the phone lines. Phone lines still buzzing, but we need to do justice to this game. Let me start with you, Pelumi. What should we expect going into this one? The coach Randy Wandom said there is no room for error because the Moroccans will have over 50,000 supporters, backing them to make history to get to the final of the Women's African Cup of Nations in the first time in their history, and they are up against the brick wall of the Super Falcons, who have kept clean sheets after that first loss to the Bayana of South Africa. The Moroccans also have been very, very good in this competition. I must state that right from the Aisha Buhari Cup, I've monitored them, and they've carried that into this main competition. It's the battle between two nations, looking to move one step ahead to get into the promised land. It is a big one. 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Will history repeat itself of the Super Falcons always dominating this game, or we're up for a big shocker?
we should expect an interesting match. An interesting match awaits us in the Nigeria versus Morocco game. And like you said, the Moroccan team, they have been well prepared, and we have monitored them since the Aisha Buhari Cup, and the way they have groomed their players up till this present moment. They have played well in this competition so far. They have not lost any game. In fact, they have not dropped points in this competition at all. All their games they have won. But coming up against a Super Falcons team, we know what to expect. It's going to be a very difficult game, considering the fact that these are the host nation, and meeting at this point in the competition, the semi-final, knowing fully well that
the final is up for grabs.
It's just there. It's just a step ahead. and anything can happen. But I still think the superiority of the Super Falcons should still make them edge the Moroccan team out, because we know if there's any team that the Moroccan team does not even want to face this time, it should be the Super Falcons, because they all know what the Super Falcons can do when it comes to points like this, getting into this stage. The two teams, they have not met before in this competition, so they are like strange faces in meeting each other. Well,
although we've met, in other competition, but not.
That's why I said. That's why I said
exactly.
This particular competition. So we should know that they're like strange. There's not really anything to separate them when it comes to this competition. But looking at the game, it should be an interesting encounter. Like I'm not expecting too much goals. Although the Morocco, they don't always really stay back like that. They always play attacking football.
So we should expect an open game.
Yes, we should expect an open game. But because of the defensive solidity of the Super Falcons, they should be able to hold them and eat them on the break. I think the Super Falcons should be able to benefit from that. And considering the form that Rashidat Ajibade is, and if she continues with that form, and she might still be the difference today.
I'll still come to you about the difference for that game this evening, but let me talk to Benjamin. Benjamin, the coach of the Atlas Lionesses, Reynald Pedro, said the team is confident that they can hold their own against the challenge of the Super Falcons. He said they are preparing for this match like any other, with a lot of seriousness and application. But I think Palumi, made a very vital point. We've not met in this competition, but we've met in separate affair where we met twice. And then we won twice, and it was a big margin. The first time we met in the 1998, and of course, 2000, it was 8-0, and of course 6-0 for the Super Falcons. Possibly they might be looking for revenge. It's been like a handball result when it comes to these two teams meeting, and the Americans knew this is the perfect time for them to take their own pound of flesh.
It might be their own time, but a dog we act like a lion when it's at home. You understand? When you are at home, you have a lot of advantages. The moral support of the fans and all their winning mentality right from the beginning of the competition.
Okay.
We shouldn't dispute that. But when it comes to winning against a side like the Super Falcons, who has been the pioneer, the champions of Africa. It's a different, whether you like it or not. Have 100,050 fans watching you, cheering you up in the game. There is nothing you can do when it comes to experience. I believe our girls have the experience. This is not the first time, playing in this kind of competition.
Of course.
Yeah. So I believe that's home advantage should be raised when it comes to the Super Falcons.
Okay, to wrap it up, Pelumi, you spoke about Rashidat Ajibade making the difference for the Super Falcons, and I think that difference will be needed going into this game, because it was the Rashidat Ajibade effect that made us to be in the semi-final after she got that solitary goal against Cameroon. But don't forget, Pelumi, there's also the Moroccan player who could make the difference in Chebak.
Yes,
Chebak has 3 goals in this competition, and there's also a playmaker in Tanganiot who made the 2 assists in that last game. That is one big factor. It's the battle of the 2 top scorers so far, Ajibade and Chebak.
Yeah, I wanted to mention Chebak too before you cut in at that time. She has been very, very good in this competition. So she has showed that she's like a leader in the team. She has carried the team. Ghislaine Chebak, she has played very, very well. And I wanted to say the Super Falcons should be wary of the threat that she poses, because she's also their set piece taker.
Oh, that's true.
So, and Morocco, they have benefited from a lot of set piece in this competition, free kick, even penalties. So that's one thing that
situation that's very deadly.
So that's one thing that the Super Falcons needs to be very careful of. And considering the fact that Morocco is playing at home, they might have they might be slightly favored by the referee. We can't rule out that as the reason for them getting a lot of penalties in this competition so far. So the Super Falcons team should be careful at the back especially on number AB.
Exactly.
Yes,
Don't
they
make
need to
silly
be
mistakes at the back,
very
because
careful at the back.
They could hit us,
Because we might be thinking, oh, this shouldn't be a penalty. This is not a penalty. But in the end, if the referee awards it, there's nothing you can do to it, and we never can tell. Maybe that might be the only goal of the game. But we should expect an interesting encounter, and it might even stretch to extra time.
Yeah, like most of our callers,
it might stretch to extra time.
Stretch to extra time. But okay, so what will be your prediction?
I think Nigeria should win.
How many score line?
1-0.
1-0. All right, Benjamin.
I will go for 2-1.
2-1 in favor of Morocco.
Of Nigeria.
All right, but you know what? Time is fast spent. I think we just have to do justice to most of the stories from the WAFCON and of course the NPFL. I think the time is fast spent. I promise you, we'll do more of the latest transfer of that player Lewandowski and Koulibaly, because Thomas Tuchel had some nice words to say. That will be tomorrow. But to just wrap it up, Benjamin, is the regional derby, the South African derby, the Kosafa derby between South Africa and Zambia. South Africa, odds favorite, they have that edge. But the Copper Queens, they've shown to us right from the Olympics that they can deal with anybody right now. I think it's slight edge for South Africa. I think it's going to be a balanced game. South Africa, Zambia, 6 p.m.
Well, probably this upset I've been talking about might happen this time.
You're afraid of facing South Africa in the final. I'm looking for upset now.
Yes. Probably this upset might happen. I believe the South African team are a very good team, but when we look at the the morals of this Zambian team, they are very, very determined, very, very, and I believe they are quite lucky too. I believe they are quite lucky, and those are the teams you need to win a competition, to win a game like this. So I believe Zambia will win this game.
All right, let's see it pans out at the end of the day. But Senegal, Cameroon through to the playoff, right?
Yes,
for the Confederation playoff.
They are in pole position to need the remaining 3 tickets for the World Cup qualification, but they will still play against other teams from other continents.
Exactly.
But it's just like we expected Senegal and Cameroon. We expected them to beat Tunisia and Botswana. So they are. It's just it's not really a shocker that the 2 teams made it through.
Okay.
But the Zambia South Africa game, like I've always said, South Africa, they are arguably the best team in this tournament so far. And I don't think Zambia should pose a threat to them. They should see off this game easily.
As we go, 30 seconds, Lewandowski. Although we'll dwell more on Lewandowski tomorrow. Lewandowski.
Yes, Lewandowski looking for a new challenge. He says he wants to play in another league. Because we have always questioned his ability being in the Bundesliga. We know how easy the Bundesliga can be. Even the certain Michy Batshuayi joined in January, scored 13 goals for Borussia Dortmund. So I think he's trying to prove himself by coming into other leagues, and the perfect league for him is La Liga. He wants to compete against Benzema, like you said. So
that's one party to look forward to.
It's a challenge. Is a challenge for him. He just remains if he would be able to cope considering his age. So, but all in all, it's still a good one for him. He wants another challenge entirely, a different thing. So let's see how it goes.
10 seconds. Lewandowski, we need to go. Quick one.
Lewandowski is a good signing for Barcelona, and I believe he's really, really going to try because he has proven himself over the years.
Okay, phone line buzzing, but we can't take any more calls. Apologies because we had to do justice to the Nigerian Professional Football League and, of course, the 12th edition of the Women's African Cup of Nations. I promise you tomorrow we'll dwell more on Lewandowski, Kalidou Koulibaly, and, of course, hopefully we'll be back here tomorrow to sing victory song about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Thank you, Pelumi, for coming on the show. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. And, of course, to you out there, I've been a big part of iSports on I-FLIER 103.3 FM. Support the Super Falcons of Nigeria. The message is, sir, Super Falcons. Hopefully tomorrow we're back here to celebrate the victory of the Super Falcons against host nation Morocco. Appreciation also goes to my production team led by Big Sam, Genyo Ayodeji, not forgetting Dorcas Ogumbi, who is also here with us in the live studio. Join the Sport Ambassador on L'Oreal and his crew by 5 p.m. But I will see you tomorrow morning for your breakfast at Sports Show, Sport Driver. My name is Isaiah Akinremi, signing out.